We are running little bit slow. That's the reason. And Pratap has been assigned me new batch for the automation also. So that's the reason I'm thinking that one. Okay, fine. Just we can discuss the little bit theoretical part
Okay.
for today. At least I can try to complete within 45 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And what exactly the automation project? What is exactly the automation framework? Automation framework and project. Let me discuss first today regarding these things basically. Okay. Automation framework and project. Basically, why we are going to use this means like what is the purpose of using this framework means basically our project we can organize automation project or you can make it as files in a structured manner. Okay, in a structured means for example, okay, now currently you are working in XYZ company. Tomorrow you left the company. The project is not going to be left, right? It should has to be understand to the particular person your code, your logics, and your the project structure should have to be understood to the next particular person. He is currently working in the XYZ company. He has to understand that particular things. So based on those things, we are going to organize it and we are going to follow a structured format to create the projects. Is it clear?
Yes, go ahead.
And what is the object of using these frameworks means basically the first advantage is we can do the reusability. I can tell you what exactly the reusability and everything for the reusability of the codes basically. Reusability. And the second major important thing is maintainability. Maintainability. And the third thing is readability. These are the three major advantages which we require and we have to follow in our framework or project structure. Okay. And what exactly the reusability means? I think you already know what exactly the reusability because already we have seen in the POM object. Create once, just observe the definition, create once and use multiple times. Create once and use multiple times in the particular project. You can use it in anywhere. Like wherever you require it, you can use it anywhere. Can you tell me one reusability module in our project, Pavitra? Any one module. Like what are the module, what are the structure you are using? In that particular structure, can you tell me what is the reusability module?
Skills.
Class. Okay, fine. Apart from that one. Okay. Have you observed the utility files? Have you heard about the utility files in our project? Is there that utility policy where you are going to store all the like drivers, or else you are going to store all the page objects? Have you heard not about this utility file?
Yeah, we have drivers file.
So you have okay, fine. Basically, why we are using this to control the duplication of the code, to avoid the duplication. To avoid the duplication, we are going to work with the reusability mechanism. We are going to avoid the duplication. Means there should be no repetition code. For example, If you want to use that one, or else if you want to update the test case, you don't want to create again one more project. You have to update in the same project itself. So that particular purpose, we are going to do the reusability. Getting or not? Getting Pavitra? Sangeeta getting?
Mhm.
And the next one is maintainability. Maintainability in the sense of like, okay, for example, normally we can take in the testing phase. What is maintainability in the SDLC phase? In SDLC phase, like in today we are currently working with one particular object. Tomorrow the version might be increased, or also tomorrow we are going to add one more module to the particular future, or also tomorrow we are increasing to some other 2 to 3 models. If I increase it that particular module, again I want to create the entire project for the existing models and for the updating things. No, right? In the same framework, I am going to use my existing one. In the same framework, I am going to add one more test case. That's it. So that particular reason that we are going to call it as maintainability. Suppose you want to add a suppose you want to add new test case for existing project, or else for existing framework. You can just consider it as for existing framework without any confusion. Means without any. Very, very important points. Listen very carefully. If you have understood this one, you can structure your project very clear without any confusion. And the second point is you should have to modify it whenever you require it. You should you should have to modify it without impacting the. Just give me a second, guys. Srilata, Srilata, నేను కాల్ చేస్తా శ్రీలత ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ క్లాస్లో. Sorry guys, without modify impacting the it without impacting the earlier test cases, or else you can consider it as impacting the other test cases without impacting the other test cases, any other files, the project, but maintainability. The third thing is readability. Reliability in the sense of like means everyone should understand your framework. Your framework should be understood by everyone. Like whoever, like in our teammates or in other some other things or some other persons, everyone person should have to understand our framework. That is nothing but readability. Is it clear? Just give me 1 second, guys. Clear? Is it clear, guys?
Yeah, Kiran.
Sure, right? Which one? Which point? Readability. Reusability means like once you have created, you have to use multiple times. All the files, whatever the files included, once you have created means you can use it anywhere. In your project, you have to use that particular class or particular object or particular thing. You can use it in that multiple ways. Maintainability in the sense of like In future, if you want to modify your framework or else you want to update your project by means like without disturbing or without impacting the other test cases, if you want to add the new test cases to your test ng framework, you can add it, but it is not going to disturb your particular one. Okay, that is nothing but maintainability, readability. Okay, you have letter from the company. Okay, in your place I came to the project, how to understand your framework, I should have to be readable it, means then only I can able to proceed with the next steps, otherwise I won't. So that is nothing but readability. Till here is it clear? Now clear, Pavitra?
Yes.
So Pavitra.
Yes.
Okay, fine. And you know, whatever the frameworks till now we have discussed, in the market, we have two types of the projects, two types of the frameworks. Don't think like that on all the frameworks I am going to discuss. Two types of the frameworks we have. What are those means? The first framework, we are going to call it as built-in framework. We are going to call them as built-in frameworks. I think nowadays everyone is working with built-in frameworks only. Built-in frameworks in the sense of like already built in the market, already built in the market, means someone has been built at that one market, and we are using those, means someone has been created and someone has been implemented that one, and currently still now we are using the same. Can anyone give me the example for this one, this type of the framework? Recently only we have discussed it. Recently only I have discussed this framework. Can anyone tell me what exactly the framework? Pavitra, Sangeeta, can you tell me what is the framework? What is the built-in framework example? We have done that built-in framework. Built-in framework means already it has been built in the market itself and currently we are using. What is the type of that particular framework? Okay, Maven. Okay, one should be done. Sorry? Recently we have covered one framework, right? What is that framework? Cucumber. TestNG is the framework, right? TestNG, Cucumber means we have now started it. Cucumber is also one project. Like this POM, POM, like this one. These are all the built-in ones. Okay, I can able to use it whenever I required. I can able to use this one whenever I required. Okay, because these are the existing frameworks currently the market is using. But what about the customized projects, customized framework? Customized framework, it is not built earlier. If you want to work with this customized one, you have to create your own framework. These are nothing but user defined frameworks. We are going to call it as user defined framework. User defined means whenever the user required he can use it, whenever the user required he can use it, otherwise he won't. How can we decide those things? Example, data driven framework. Data driven framework you can create by yourself. Okay, keyword driven you can create by yourself, by your own. hybrid driven. Hybrid driven is nothing but both keyword and data driven. Combining is going to call it as hybrid driven framework. These are the customized framework and the built-in frameworks. Only two types of the frameworks we have already built it by the someone and currently we are using, that is nothing but TestNG and Cucumber. Still now the market is JUnit also comes under there. And customized framework user defined. If you want, you can create your own project. You can do it by ear. Okay, if you just observe, I am giving a small example. If you want to create the TestNG class, what you are going to do? If you want to create the Maven project, directly go to the Eclipse, click on the Maven and click on the project. But in the data-driven framework, it could be possible. In the keyword-driven, it could be possible. Like you can create the TestNG class directly. No. So that's the reason we are going to call them as user-defined projects, user-defined frameworks. I think you are getting my point, right? You are getting right. Pavitra and Sangeeta getting or not? Pavitra getting? Okay. If we want to build our framework, first we have to follow some pages, or you can just consider it as some stages. Pages or stages would be there. The first page is analyzing the application under test. This is very very important. Analyzing the application under test. Under test. While you are going to test this one, first you have to understand the application. First, what you have to understand, how many pages available in the application. How can you identify this one? For example, if I go to the Amazon website, in this Amazon website I wanted to uh, like I went to some yes. If I right click and inspect it here, just after here, right click and inspect. From the control F, here in the control F, then you perform the double forward slash E. Control E. If you observe here, it is showing me total 401 matches in the application. 401 matches in the sense of like there are contain 401 pages in the application. So instead of first I want to identify how many pages is available. This how many things I want. Breaking, my voice is breaking. Okay, fine. Just let me check it. My connection event once. Currently, I'm thinking that yeah, I have connected to the Wi-Fi itself. I think it. Okay, fine. Like when you have not understood the point, please let me know. Okay. Yeah. How many pages available in the application? Whatever the application, first we have to check that one. How many pages is available in the particular application? Either it may be single page or either it may be some other pages. Okay, if you identify this one, then you will get to know that one. What you have to test in the particular application. Okay, and inside of the page, for example, if you enter into one particular page, okay, out of those 401 pages you have entered into one particular page. Inside a page, how many elements are there? Inside a page, for example, inside there is one page, right? Inside a page, how many elements you have to, how many elements are there? Means if we want to do the automation, if we want to perform the automation, first we have to identify the pages and we have to identify the elements. Inside a page, how many elements are there? Inside of the page there would be so many elements, it would be there. We have to identify those elements itself. what are the elements you have to automate and what are the things you have to automate in the element. Because you know one thing, some of the things we can't able to automate. Some we have to do it manually. What to automate and what we can't automate. First, we have to understand that. Yes, what to be automated and what not to be automated. For example, what not to be automated means what we cannot automate it. We cannot automate it. Can you give me one example? Anything which we can't able to do the automation? Can anyone? Are we able to do the automation for captures? Is it possible? Capture. Yes. Okay, just leave about the captures. Are you able to do the for the automation for OTPs? OTPs. I'm asking you only, guys. Is it possible to do the automation for those things? Hello, Sangeeta, Pavitra, are you there? Or else you can't able to hear me. No. Okay, till now you can't able to hear me. Okay, can you? Yeah. Can you tell me? Is it possible to do the automation for captures? What the elites? Captures you don't know. Okay, can you read OTPs? Can you able to do the we can decode it and okay. Direct in the automation, can you able to do it? Okay. So on that particular basis, on that particular things, we have to analyze what can be automated and what cannot be automated. This one, the first step you have to understand. Choose the test cases for automation, and we have to choose the test cases for automation. The second thing is choose test cases for automation. How you can choose basically? How we can choose? First, let me discuss with you what cannot be automated in the page. Okay, for example, if you want to check the color of the page, can you do it without using any tool? Can you find the color of the page by using automation? Pavitra and Sangeeta, I am asking the question for you both. Is it automated the color of the page? You can able to do it without using any tool. Concern with the, I am not asking about in HTML. Okay, for example, no, right? That's the reason I'm asking. We can't able to do it, right? That is the one thing. Yeah. And the second thing is font sizes of the page. Font size of the page, can you able to do it? Font size. Okay, for example, there is a graph in the particular page, ma'am. There is a graph. One graphical representation diagram is there. I told you to check the height of the graph, and I told you to check the width of the graph, and I told you to check the color of the graph. Is it possible to do the automation for that particular graph? I am asking. My question clear or it's breaking? Breaking or clear? Not able to hear me? Voice is very slow. I don't know what the thing is happening in my system. Okay, fine. Now it's fine. Yeah. Okay, fine. Cool. Not an issue. Just observe here. Now, choose the test cases in the sense of like how you were going to choose your test case. I told you, can you able to do the automation testing for the graph? I told you to find the height of the graph, width of the graph, and color of the graph in the particular page. Is it possible to do it? Sangeeta, are you there in the session?
Yeah.
Why you are not responding today, Sangeeta? Like, is there any problem with you also, the sound problem or some other things?
No, no.
Then why you are not responding? The question I have asked, this is the third time. Regarding the graph only, I am asking the third time. I think the Pavitra
Yeah.
has some network issue or some other thing, I don't know. But what about you? At least you should have to respond in the session, right?
Yeah.
Then why?
Pavan, shall I disconnect?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, sure, sure. Tell me, Sangeeta, I'm asking you only the question now. Is it possible to check the height of the graph, width of the graph, and the color of the graph in an automation by using the automation? I am not telling about any tool. Just I am telling that one by using Selenium automation. How can we? For loop, you are going to find the color of the page. Height, width, you can able to find it. Font size of the page, you can able to find. Font size, I am asking. Ah, hello. Font size of the page, Pavitra. Sorry, Sangeeta. Font size of the page. This is the page, Sangeeta, we have. Okay. This is the layout and this is the padding. Like 10 pixel 325 to 40. Can you able to do the automation for this one? See, here I am showing one diagram to you. Is it able to see you? Here, this one. Here. My diagram 335 to 420. The padding size it is showing, and it is the border, and it is the margin. Can you able to do the automation for this one? Can you able to do the automation for this padding, for the border, for the margin? Pavitra, now are you able to hear me, Pavitra? Okay. Now can you tell me the answer this one, Pavitra? Can I able to do the automation for this padding, for this border, and for this margin without using any tool? Not possible, right? So on that particular basis, we have to choose which test cases I can be automated and which cannot be automated. How can I choose means based on the purity, based upon the purity, based upon the purity, based upon the purity. The first one is we can able to select the sanity test cases. What is sanity test cases, Pavitra? Means you have attended from a manual section. And this purity for the sanity test cases is nothing but P1. If you know what exactly the sanity testing, then you can get to know that one. And the second one is second test cases would be data driven, like which contains the multiple sets of the data. I can choose the test case. I can choose the test cases, data driven test cases, or else you can choose it by the retest cases. If you want to test twice, or else you are going to be able to test 3 to 4 times, then we are going to do the automation for those test cases. Getting, Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
The third point is regression test cases. I think you can understood what exactly the regression test cases is. Yes, yes, newly added one along with the old one. Yes, that's the right. Tell me what exactly the sanity means. Discuss it in manual. Not able to recall. Okay, tell me regarding the retesting. I will tell you about the sanity. Sorry, retesting in the sense of like you told something. In the same way, sanity testing is also focusing on the main basic functionality after a software built with the minor changes. Like for example, the code has been changed sometimes. Okay, the developer uh, the developer has been changed something. Okay, means not the entire module has been changed some minor changes, or else the bug has been fixed. Okay, or else whatever the issue you have found in the manual testing, it has been fixed. Then what you are going to do? Again, you want to test that one, right? For that particular test cases, we are going to call it as sanity test cases. After the bug fixes has been made, right? Those are all comes under the sanity test. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes. Both are similar. Both are similar rule. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Yes, that's the thing. This is how we are going to choose the test cases for the automation. Is it clear? And the third one is the third module we can design and development. We can do the design and development. Design and development means design means creating the folder structure map. Design means like we are not creating the small pages. Creating the project folder structure means where I can put my like utility files, where I can put my locators file, where I can put my reports file. All those things comes under the design part. Development means development in the sense of like we are writing the test cases means implementation of the code means implementation of the code map. Implementation of the code, that's it. That's we are going to call it as development. Is it clear what is implementation and what is a design? Design and development, is it clear? Okay, fine. And the next part is execution. We have two types of the execution in the project level. I'm asking, okay, in the project level or framework level. You can do it by local, you can do it remotely also. You can do it remotely also. How we can do locally means in my own Eclipse I can run. In my Eclipse I can run. In my Eclipse I can run. But what about remote? What about the remote? You have sent to some other person, or else you have pushed your code to GitHub. Okay. Yes, yes, the version. Yes, see, you are currently build one module, ma'am. You have worked with the registration, and the Sangeeta has been worked with the login. You both have sent your codes to me. Okay, if I want to test that one in my local system, can I able to do it? Because your system is different and my system is different. Yes, yes. If she has been pushed that code to the GitHub, I can pull that code. Means I can take that code to my system. Okay. Can I able to run? Can I able to run that? If both my system, yes, I can do it. But the listen, Pavitra here. If the versions is different, okay, for example, you are using Windows and I am using Chromebook. Can I able to execute now? As per the company norms, we are going to use, but the framework level I am asking. Framework level. I am using you system. I am asking local in the system. Local in the sense of like in your system, it would be local for you. In my your code, it is not local for me, right? In my system, it would be local for me. That pull we are taking. See, pull I am taking your code. I am taking your code, Pavitra, but I am not taking your version. I am not taking your laptop. I am not taking your version. What are the core Sangeeta each and every line I'm going to get. But I have to check it. But I have to check it in my system. How to check in my system it's working fine or not. Yes, that with there, and that we are going to call it as remotely, and for that one we are using Jenkins. Jenkins or Selenium, yeah, or we are going to use Selenium grid. I think understood you. Now you have understood, Pavitra. So yeah, by using the Jenkins and CI/CD pipelines would be there. Continuous integration and continuous development. Okay. Yeah. By using those things only, I can able to do it. Understood? Learn. Learn. I can able to do it by using the Jenkins or Selenium grid. Understood, Pavitra? Pavitra Sangeeta got it? And the last two pages, the maintenance. The last one is nothing but I can maintenance. Means in some days, after few days or some other days, I want to update my project with some more test cases. Just I can put it in the maintenance stage and I can update my project. Update the project day to day. This is nothing but maintenance. By following these steps, I can able to perform the I can able to choose my test cases and I can able to build my framework guys. Is it understood? Is it understood?
Yes, Pavan.
మొన్న చేసాడు session. Hmm. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. This is all for today. Okay. I'm going to stop for here today. Okay. Please. Yeah, fine. I'm going to upload this thing in the Google Classroom. Okay. You can just read this point. Again, if you have the doubt, please ping me. Okay. I can try to connect and I can try to discuss with you. Whether it may be in the weekend also, I can try to connect with you and I can discuss with you. Okay. Yeah. Even like because these are the important terms really. That's the reason I'm telling. Yeah, we are going to see that one. We are going to see that one. After implementing the project, we are going to Yeah, I can tell to you, ma'am. Like once it has been developed, then I can show to you. Okay. Thank you, Pavitra. Thank you, Sangeeta. Bye.